Welcome back to
Don't Ask.
episode 40.
40.
Holy moly. How are we on episode 40 already?
I know.
This is crazy.
We're cruising.
Well, let's just dive right into the talk of last podcast.
When you got proven wrong?
I did not get proved wrong.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. The thermostat. We're talking about what should the thermostat be set at during the summer specifically, because it's summertime. And you guys...
90% of the comments agreed with me, and we had an actual professional in the comment section saying, keep it 70 day around. You don't need to be changing it.
No.
Yeah, that's what he said.
It wasn't a professional. All right.
He was a professional.
we can't just trust TikTok comments nowadays.
You don't know anything
everybody's a professional in the TikTok comments. But you guys done pissed me off.
Because you got proved wrong.
No, because you guys just must be living in like an apartment or something that doesn't take as much energy to fully change the temperature of the entire
A lot of people said
home.
houses.
But that doesn't make any sense. There's no way people are having their thermostat set below 70 when it's like a 90-degree day out.
Yeah.
I understand some are, but not every single one of those comments were saying that they do. And I'm like, there is no way.
So you think they're lying?
I think they're lying. I think they're saying what they want it to be set at when they don't really know what their
I think you got
thermostat's
proved
set at.
wrong and you have a hard time swallowing that pill that you were proved wrong. And so you're saying everybody else is lying.
Why would you have your house set? Your AC would be running the entire day.
Because no one likes to be hot.
Yeah, but 68
is the perfect temperature.
Because people were saying even colder than that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make any sense. You would start creating moisture inside your windows, which would ultimately create mold in your house.
No.
Not worth it, guys.
That's not how that works.
I'm going to convince you guys to turn up your thermostat.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I think it is how it works. If it's too hot outside with it being cold inside, you're going to create moisture within your windows.
How'd that moisture get there?
Because of the
Our
cold
windows are broken.
heat.
Our windows, the seal is broken.
It doesn't matter what. That's on one set of window panes that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, other people's windows would be the cold and the heat would create moisture by being against each other. Science.
No. I think you just don't like that you lost. You lost the argument. And you said no one's going to side with you in the comments, and everybody sided with me.
I did say that, but it really doesn't make any sense. You guys could not convince me that having it at 68 makes sense. And even the professional in the comments saying that if you leave it at 70, it's better than switching it back and forth.
And that's what I said.
I think there's some misinformation. We're not switching it back and forth from like hot to cold, hot to cold. No, we're having it set at one temperature, that one temperature being 74.
No, because I change it whenever I come in here.
Yeah, but that's...
So I'm not living in 74.
It's rarely ever at 74.
Tommy, it's always at 74 when I come in here.
No, you can't say
it
always.
Is. No, it's whenever I start to feel hot, I come in here, it's at 74. No, that happens at least once or twice a day.
Because we're gone during majority of the day, so then once we are home for the night, I'll set it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I accept the fact that we're going to turn it down to like 70, 72. And then when we go to bed, it's at 68.
Mm-hmm.
But during the day when we're in and out of the house, I'm going to leave it at 74. Just a little background for you guys, okay? When you're out of the house...
that's still incorrect.
When you guys are out of the house, do you leave it at 68? No.
Yes,
no,
yes, you do.
No,
when you're
you
on a trip or something, that's different. But like, we're not out of the house for that long.
I mean,
because we work from home. No, we're out of the house for like at most like 3 hours at a time.
At least 3 hours a day. I would say
at a time.
Yeah, at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, getting me all worked up today.
Yeah, because people didn't agree with you, and I think that bothered you.
No, it definitely did bother me because it still doesn't make any sense. Why would you have? It doesn't make any sense.
It makes all the sense in the world,
guys. Our electricity bill for last month was $328, and you probably wouldn't even have known that.
No, I know it because you always tell me that when I want to put it lower.
I don't always tell you. Only during the months.
When I make it an issue, when I make it known that I want it colder, you're like, well, do you even know how much you paid for electricity last month?
Yeah.
And you tell me.
Over $300 on the electricity
I think it's because
bill.
we switch it. Put it at one colder temperature and leave it.
It's not because we switch it. Because it is pretty much set at one temperature. If anything, it goes from 74 to 72. Like, you change it down to 72.
I put it to 70.
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. I
No,
noticed that.
Because you gotta stop putting it at 74.
We're not gonna have the house at 70 when it's 90 degrees outside.
Of course we would. That's when you would do it.
Okay. And I can't even say, like, then you pay the electricity because now we're married.
So do I have a say in what I want our money to go towards? I want our money going towards AC.
Yeah, and a new HVAC system.
Whatever we gotta do to make it cold in here.
Okay, then you're gonna have to say bye-bye to your
I don't buy anything.
No.
I buy books and like hair products.
You really are an inexpensive person. You're gonna say bye-bye to some of your books. But those aren't that expensive, so.
No. I feel like actually, like, not to like toot my own horn or anything, when people say that I'm like a gold digger for like being with Tommy, I think I actually am like the perfect person to be with somebody that has more than average money, because I don't care about things.
More than average money.
Because like I don't care about things.
I do.
I like
the
books.
dang thermostats.
I like knickknacks. Like I was like, we have to get this mushroom table. That's like something I was like, I like fun things.
There are a couple things that just comes out of nowhere with.
Like what?
Our $600 cat tree.
You love it. And the cats love it. Whenever anybody new comes over, you always show them the cat tree. You love it.
Yeah, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I would not have bought that if it wasn't for you.
Okay, but you love it, and everybody else loves it, and the cats love it. I very rarely ask for things. I've been asking for a lamp in the living room for months. Months. There's no lamp.
No.
There's only a giant big light in our living room. And when it's nighttime, I don't want to turn on the big light. What if I want to read on the couch? Tommy goes, well, the sun's out longer, so you have until the sun goes down to read.
Okay.
I'm a prisoner in my house. It's hot and there's no light in here.
No, you don't like lights, first off.
I want a lamp, not a bright light.
Same thing. You don't like lights. It doesn't matter what the light actually is. You don't like them in general. She has all the lights turned off, and I'm always the one where it's like, can we have a light on here and there? And she's like, no, turn it off. And then all of a sudden, she's asking me for a lamp, for a sconce. Let's get sconces.
Sconces
Let's get a new
is
light
nice,
fixture.
low lighting.
But
because
you
Tommy,
always
I don't
talked
want the big hallway lights on. That's a difference. You want overhead lighting. That's not what the ambiance is. I want a lamp light.
No, I don't want overhead lighting. I just want a little bit of light coming from somewhere. But you say
That's
no.
all I ask.
No, you say no.
No.
So you can't go back.
I want a lamp. I've been wanting a lamp for months. Since the winter time this year. I said, I want to read on the couch, and I can't without turning on all the lights, and then it's too bright. I want a lamp.
Well, we got this lamp right behind me, right here.
And I said, can we and you don't want to move lamps around the house. We have lamps upstairs. You don't want to bring them downstairs.
No, but you can read in this room.
Why would I sit in here? I want to sit on the couch.
These are comfy chairs. You picked them out. We have the supplies for you to do as you want, but you don't utilize it. We have an unused lamp.
I don't think
upstairs.
anyone's going to agree with it. No, because I asked you, can you bring it downstairs for me? No. And then you went, listen to me.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Listen to me.
Listen
to me.
Changing up.
No, I said, because I finally gave in. I said, you know what? Fine. We don't have to buy a lamp. Oh my gosh. We don't have to buy a lamp. Can you bring down the one from upstairs? You go look at the one upstairs and you're like, I don't want that one down here.
No. No.
Well, that was me at first because I wanted a cute aesthetic lamp. This other lamp was in our apartment. It's like 5 years old.
She is
you
tomfoolering you right now.
Because
she was the one. Can I put out some words here before you fabricate the story timeline?
No. Can you tell me why you don't want the lamp down here?
Why I don't want the lamp down here? I was the one who first ever offered the lamp to come down here, and she was like, that one is too ugly, and we've never used it.
And then I eventually said, okay, fine, I just want a lamp. Can you bring down the lamp?
Yeah.
Why haven't you brought it down then?
Because I don't feel like it anymore.
It's been months.
Well, also because it is daylight out. You brought this up earlier. It is daylight out until almost 9 p.m. right now.
What if I want to read at 10 p.m.?
We are up in bed before 10 p.m.
No, but that doesn't matter. I should be able to have the say if I want a lamp in our living room or not.
Okay.
And also the lamp upstairs is one of those like 3 light lamps. That might be too much light. I want like a cute like this. This is a perfect lamp.
It was $170 lamp.
Tommy, that was
never
at
used.
Our first apartment. That was 5 years ago when we bought that lamp.
I know, and we've only clicked it on probably 5 times.
Okay.
So let's bring it down here.
So let's bring it down here.
Are you okay with that now?
No, Tommy, you're pissing me off. Because I have said that's fine. I've asked for a lamp down here for ages.
Okay. We can bring down that lamp, but no sconces.
And sconces are so cute. Imagine
Maybe
a
in the next
sconce right
house.
there.
Yes.
A sconce right here. It'd be perfect. It'd set the vibe.
But we plan on moving out here in the next couple of years. I don't really feel like drilling into the wall more than we have.
I don't know what you think how difficult setting up a sconce is.
Well, no, because based off our setup of our living room, the next person who moves in might have a different setup of the living room. So placing a sconce in position that best helps our couch could reflect on the setup of a future home buyer.
Why do I care about the future? I'm putting a light in the wall. I'm not
here.
taking down a wall.
I'm here to care.
I think you would enjoy a sconce. You said you want some light in the room.
Maybe, but you would. Whenever I want light, you don't want it. Whenever you want light, I want it. That's the consensus.
I think
I've
you're
come
just
to.
trying to find a reason to not get a sconce.
Okay, no sconce, but we can get a lamp.
Can we get a lamp?
Yes, but I just don't think it's going to get used right now. I think when this next winter comes around, that's when it'll get used. So
I would use a lamp just whenever.
There's also just not much room for a lamp right
We
there.
have so much room for a lamp.
Because then we use an outlet and we...
He just finds reasons not to get things. All I want is a lamp in cold air. And I have to fight tooth and nail to prove my point. You know what a lot of the comments also said?
No, I don't.
Happy wife, happy life. How about you just suck it up sometimes and do something that I want?
I do, guys.
No. Give an example.
Give an example of sucking it up.
Mm-hmm.
I sucked it up on a lot of things.
Okay, example. You're procrastinating.
These chairs, this mushroom, everything in this house was decided by you.
And it was approved on by you. I picked it out and it went through approval by you.
Well, yes, because I sucked it up.
What would you have picked for this room?
I don't know, but
exactly, guys. He just makes issues.
I don't make issues.
You do. You're very hard to convince to do something.
Can you give me credit?
You guys remember when me and Tommy, when I wanted us to get tattoos, it took me months of just drilling it into your head. Like, can we at least talk about it? No, because in your mind,
I sucked it up.
In your mind, you're so closed off to it. I just have to literally nag you about it over and over and over again until I see a tiny little crack open where it's like, okay, maybe he's open-minded. You're hard to get to
open my mind.
Yes.
Well, it also takes another person's influence as well. Sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? It actually makes me upset. I always tell him things. I'm like, we should do this. You should try this. You should read this. You should watch this. Doesn't ever do it. If his brother says you should watch this, Tommy's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm going to. I'm like, I've been telling you for months that you should do that. The second somebody else that's not me says that you should do something, you do it.
It does help. It's no reason. It's not like the reason as if I'm not going to do as you tell me to. I think it just helps to have an additional influence that kind of gets you to take that step. There's nothing against you're getting me there.
So my word means
need a little
nothing.
shove. No, see, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid right now by saying.
That's what it comes off like.
You're
sometimes.
interpreting it as
my mom told you that we should get a lamp, and you still won't get one.
Well, yeah, because we have the lamp, and I just need to bring it downstairs. Honestly,
can we get a new lamp that matches the vibe of the living room?
I think it does. It is a dark tint. We have dark wood in our kitchen.
I want a whimsical lamp.
Room. It is whimsical.
It
looks like a tree.
No, it's kind of like an industrial looking lamp. And our living room is whimsical. We have a fun cat tree. It's literally a tree.
I don't know if
we have a mushroom.
Whimsical.
We have flowers coming from the ceiling.
Yeah, the cats are slowly taking down.
My goal for our house is whimsical and fun. So I would like a not so sterile looking lamp down here.
We're getting there, but I do want to backtrack a little. Can you at least give me some credit where I do suck it up for stuff? I am good
Give
at that.
me an example.
Well, no, because
You just said you picked out all the furniture in the house because you wouldn't do it. So I have to pick it out.
On the spot, I can't grasp an initial example, but if you were to give me some time, I could start listing a few. My mind is just not generating that right now, but you can give me credit where I do suck it up for stuff. I do. I'm good at that. Come on. Don't frame me as this guy who's just stubborn and only likes it his way and not like it's always happy wife, happy life.
You suck it up for things that don't require money. You're very weirdly stingy about some things. And I'm like, you got to just loosen the reins a little bit. Loosen the purse strings a little bit.
I do, but you got to keep them. You also got to keep them sealed sometimes.
I get that, and I don't ask for a lot.
No,
I don't ask for a lot.
But it can add up.
Living comfortably with cold air in the house.
I sucked it up on your hair treatment that didn't necessarily work.
Which one? My Nutrafol?
All of it, the Nutrafol, the Amra, it was like $300 a month for a while there.
Because you were feeling generous and you saw I was going through it and you offered to pay for it. I didn't hold you up at...
Well, no, because you were like, I'm going to try this. Now I'm going to try this. Now I'm going to try this. And next thing you know, we have 5 products that you're trying all at once.
What does my hair loss have to do with your...
No, it wasn't your hair loss. I was just saying
how is it you sucking anything up?
Because typically people wouldn't attempt that many things and have the opportunity to do that. So it was like I didn't question you there. You know?
You're grasping at straws right now, buddy.
Straws.
You're grasping at straws.
Are you kidding me? I feel like that was pretty good.
That had nothing to do with anything.
We could have established just limiting to one of those hair treatments at first.
I paid for those up until the last time I bought them.
I paid for them for a year.
Not a year.
Yeah, because it was a 12-month plan.
No. 3-month
leading
plan.
Leading up to the wedding.
It was a 3-month plan.
It was at least 6 months.
No, it was a 3-month plan because I got 3 little baggies of my Nutrafol.
Okay, I'm not grasping at straws here, but I'm getting to something. It's forming.
See, all I said is all I buy are books or hair stuff. That's all I get. I don't even wear makeup. I don't care about clothes. I don't care about shoes. I don't care about purses. I don't care about jewelry. I care about nothing that could cost you money. I just want cold air.
Yeah, miscellaneous stuff.
I like knickknacks. I said that.
Should we talk about what is the how do I word this? What is the monetary value of a gift that you should gift a friend for their birthday?
This has been an argument between us,
okay,
too.
No. How much money should you spend on a friend for their birthday gift? That is the question.
I think it depends, obviously, on everybody's financial situation.
Yeah, I said you shouldn't spend more than $40 on a friend's gift, like a $40 gift
for a birthday gift.
Yeah,
I don't think it's unreasonable to spend $100.
You were going $150 at least.
I was not. I wanted to get my friend a Kindle. That was $110, and Tommy was like, "That would be so financially irresponsible for the both of us. We're trying to get a house in the future. That would set us back."
Okay.
And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
You don't gotta quote me and mock me, all right? Because I said it was more than 110. It was upwards of 150 because it was a specialized Kindle with no ads, and then also let's give her free membership for a few months and pay for that.
Comes with it.
And then there's tax, so it got up to 150. And plus, you already bought her another $40 gift, so it was close to $200 that you're gonna spend on a gift. And I was like, hey, maybe let's just limit how much money we're gonna spend on gifts. And it turned into this whole big thing. I was like, I'm just trying to set a boundary here of how much money we should spend on our friends.
And I said I would never tell you what you have to limit a gift to your friends.
Well, because I have a limit personally.
And your limit's different than mine, and that's fine. But my love language is gift giving. I love to get people good gifts that I think they will use and they would appreciate.
It is.
And I'm not like I've said, I'm not an irresponsible spender.
I said it's $100 limit on family members. But when it comes to friends, I'm like,
Tommy,
yeah,
I have 2 friends. I have 2 friends I would possibly get gifts for.
It was just a topic where we were like, let's just set a boundary. I said And I said 40. I was like, 40's a good, you can give a good gift for $40.
And I actually never agreed to that. I said I don't agree to that.
I know you did. So
'Cause I'm
that's
not
me sucking it up for you.
I'm not an irresponsible spender because I have never been a concern with money.
Well, yeah, because you don't have the financial awareness to be concerned. Not in a bad way. No, not in a bad way.
How is that not in a bad way?
I'll take on that burden. So you're not concerned.
What does that mean?
So you may think that I'm not doing anything for you over here, but I'm taking on the burden of worrying financially about stuff and planning that way so you don't have to. Just so you can, live happy life.
So he's saying because he pays for like the bills and groceries and stuff, I still do get a salary from my work for you. And so I'm like, what does it matter if I spend my personal money on something?
No, it doesn't.
I'm not using like your card to buy my friends gifts. I'm using my own personal money.
It doesn't.
So I said, when I use my own money, your input is not needed. And it's really not going to be taken into consideration. It's just going to cause an argument. So I'm like, how dare you?
No, listen, it doesn't. But when you run through that salary of yours,
I have
who
never
do you
run
come
through
crawling
it.
to?
I've never run out of my salary and come crawling to you for
Go
more money.
Crawling to Papa.
It's never happened. If
No,
that's happened before,
been-
I would understand.
No, it hasn't happened before, but it's become pretty scarce on your end where your mental health takes a toll when you're like, I can't pay for this, I can't pay for that. And then I'm just like, well, let's try to avoid this situation next time of getting to that point.
Can I ask you,
Yeah.
how long ago was that when that was an issue?
Like a few years ago.
Maybe 4 years ago. When I was in college, I had student loans. I was not making the salary that I am now. I still don't make a crazy amount of money, guys. I'm a good adult now.
I don't know if you can say you don't make a crazy amount of money now just because of the fact that we are married now. So we have joints.
I'm saying my own personal money.
Yeah, so just your like spending allowance.
So why can't I spend it on what I want to spend it on?
No, you can. I'm just watching out for that next step.
You don't need to watch out. I'm watching out for myself.
And a few years ago is not that long ago in the real grand scheme of things.
I was in college.
No, it was after college. You may have just dropped out.
Just after college.
Yeah.
I'm a grown married woman in my 20s.
Uh-huh.
I think I'll be okay.
No, and I agree. And you do so well. But like there was a little bit of like implementation that I just had to communicate with
And you implemented that years ago, and I'm very smart financially now.
So it's just, it's just a
so
topic.
I'm not an issue.
Yeah. No, and it's just a topic of conversation for you guys right now. Like this isn't a lecture. I'm not trying to lecture Jess.
Which way do you guys lean towards for gifts?
Do you lean towards going balls to the walls?
It's not balls to the
do
walls.
You lean towards
it's getting somebody something that they would actually like. Tommy comes from a place of gift giving where it's like, oh, you need a fan for your room? I'll buy you a fan for Christmas.
And
you
that's
need
what
charger?
you need.
I'll buy you a charger. I'm like, I'm going to go and make a custom shirt on Etsy, something that's fun. Like I'm going to make my little cousin a book that has like his actual face with his name in it so he can read it and enjoy it. Yeah. I get like, I do creative gift giving.
Now let me jump in here because the gifts that I may ask for, I receive or what I give actually get used. Your gifts get used, then tossed. Not tossed in the trash, obviously, but they get put in the corner of the room or they get put in a bookshelf and then it's like, oh, it's a one and done. I give stuff that gets used
I don't agree with that.
its entire lifespan.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, you don't have to agree with it because I don't think any of your gift receivers would come to you telling you like, oh yeah, I don't use that anymore.
But what they do with my gift is none of my concern. My concern is getting them a gift that they'll enjoy. And how long they use it for, that's up to them. My
concern is giving them a gift that they are going to find, some sort of like convenience or like efficiency out of. Like, oh my goodness, I really needed that. I'm going to use that every day.
Like what?
A charger.
Guys.
A fan.
Like to me, that's just like if it was Christmas morning and I opened up a charger, I'd be like, really?
What if you opened up a sconce? Or what if you opened up a
See, that's different because
that's a good gift, and that's a Tommy gift.
Because that's tailored for me. A charger could be, you could have picked it up at a gas station and give it to anybody.
No, it's tailored for someone who needs a charger, whose phone's always dying. Imagine your phone's always dying, so then I bought you a nice phone case charger, charges on the go. Boom. You want to know how happy that is? You want to know how much use that would get? That's a good, I'm not just going to give them like a phone case with their face on it. Like, I
have never done that to anybody. You're saying that as if I've gotten that for somebody. I've never done that. Okay, guys. Do you guys agree with me or Tommy?
The gift giving. And I give in. See, this is where I do. How are we wording it? We were saying I suck it up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is where I suck it up. And you end up just gifting whatever you want.
Because it's my money. So why wouldn't I gift what I want?
I know, but then what about my money? I feel like your money
don't spend your money.
I feel like your money is your money, but then my money is our money. And that's
I don't spend your money on things that like aren't food.
Yeah.
Like my vitamins. I'm like, can I use your card?
No, I feel like my card is just always being used on Amazon now.
For what? No.
I could go through
my
Amazon. I could go through the Amazon purchases
within
my credit card, and I couldn't even tell you what it was for because it's just every day.
No, it's really not. Because I always tell you what I'm ordering. Because I pay for them. I get boots, my money. I get shorts, my money. I get a dress, my money. I get hair stuff, my money. I never use your money for those things. No, I don't.
Come on.
I don't. And if I do, I clarify that with you. And I say, hey, but you're just saying that, I'm just getting charges every day left and right. No, because you know what charges are being used if I ask you for that. And I very rarely ask you for that.
Come on. You've been getting since we've gotten engaged, you've gotten a lot more comfortable. Which is completely fine. I okay it. Like you said, you ask me and that's all I ask for is just like double check with me. And I am completely okay with it. Guys, I'm not like a controlling financial freak over here. And don't give them that look.
You are weirdly stingy with some things.
I'm stingy. Yeah. But
and I'm
you
not.
can admit that you have been asking me to use my card quite frequently.
No, it's really not frequently at all.
I could
go look.
I can't because what we're filming on has
I have mine
credit card. Yeah, but yours is not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about mine.
Let's see. Things that I've ordered recently with my own money. Shorts, dress, boots, body pillow.
The boots were the boots on my account?
No, they were not.
Okay.
They were mine.
The body pillow is on my account.
I said the body pillow cover.
Oh, okay.
A mini fan to put near my head. Crocs. A yoga ball.
Can you start listing then after this?
Book, dress, shorts, pants, all me.
Can you start listing off me that you've gotten?
There's nothing on here up until that point that I've asked for you to pay for.
They must not have been Amazon purchases.
I don't ask for you to pay for things.
But it's okay if you
do. We have to move on. This has been probably like 20 minutes of us just arguing about things.
What? I thought this was a new topic.
No, we're still on the money topic.
Oh, well, no, I thought we moved from gift giving to Amazon purchases.
It's all the same.
No, I was just saying, like, it's okay. I was just saying how your money is your money, but then my money is our money.
So we agree that my money is my money, and don't tell me what to do with it.
I've never told you, like, I've always advised you, but I'm not telling you.
Can we do a compromise and you don't get a friend more than $40 worth of gifts? And I said, how about you mind your own business? And please don't poke your nose in things that it doesn't belong in.
I get it, but I gotta at least poke my nose and just poke. I'm not gonna full on, tell you what to do. Sometimes I just hope that you respect what I'm saying.
It's not a respect thing, though. I hope that you respect my decisions and trust me that I'm going to make a smart decision.
But then this is where you can, kind of defend me here, where it's like I do. Really? I'm not like crazy. You're making me seem like I'm like controlling.
No, you're not controlling.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just got to chill out about some money things.
I've come a long way. And you're not giving credit where credit's due.
No, you have come a long way. You still have a long way to go.
I have a long way to go. At what point becomes not being like, I feel like because I'm financially aware, that's just the situation that we're in.
It's the difference between being financially aware and being stingy.
I feel like being stingy, I've really gotten past.
No, you like for most things you've gotten a lot better at, but for some reason there's just some things. Like I could find a $20 lamp, but you're like, I don't want to buy a lamp.
Well,
like, you know, there's just some random
use.
things that aren't even like that expensive where you're like, that's not worth it to spend my money on. I'm not buying that.
I feel like this conversation really turned against me here. I feel like it was supposed to be a debate and it just turned into an intervention on me being stingy financially.
So let's move on from it.
Okay, what would you like to move on to?
I am the only one who wrote down topics in the podcast notes.
Well, because I had to go and find stories, and I do have some questions I could ask you. But I like for you to start with what you have because, you know, when I take your topics, you get upset with me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we covered one, temperature already.
Did you realize we talked about that for 30 minutes?
Was that 30 minutes? I felt like that was going on for a long time. I was like, we have to move on.
I like conversations like that. It feels good to talk it out. And it also, you know, gives our listeners a little insight on
this is married life, folks.
topics that come up.
These are probably our main arguments.
Would you consider these okay? But I also say like, oh, these are like we just had an argument, and you're like, no, that's not an argument. So what classifies as an argument? Okay,
because this isn't actually this right now is not an argument. This was more of a debate. But you think that anything we disagree on is considered an argument?
That's what I have come to the conclusion as, yeah.
And I don't agree with that. Sometimes we have discussions about things.
Yeah.
I don't think they're necessarily arguments. I think arguments is when like you're like mad at each other. Like, you leave like somebody like storms away or like you're actually like fired up and mad at each other. I think misunderstandings or like different opinions aren't arguments.
I thought like a disagreement is an argument.
I think there's a difference between the two.
Where the disagreement turns into both of you giving your opinions that are disagreeing, and that would be considered an argument. I was trying to more go in depth because you can disagree on something and not talk about it. Mm-hmm. And that's where it's like, oh, that's probably not an argument. But if you disagree and both of you guys are vocalizing like why you disagree with each other, I would me personally, I would think that's an argument.
I think it's an argument when you feel actual feelings of anger towards the other person. And I don't feel that in disagreements with you.
Yeah, and I never really get angry at you.
No, we don't fight often.
No, I think it's sometimes...
There's a handful of times a year that we actually are like mad at each other.
Yes, that's what it is. I don't get angry. Sometimes I get mad.
It's the same exact thing.
No, because I feel like angry is more aggressive. Being mad, I just think is an emotion that is developed throughout an argument. That can happen. And I think that's also depending too on who's in the right versus who's in the wrong. Mm-hmm. Like if I am not, you know, upset with something you did, I'm not going to be mad at you in one of our arguments. I may be trying to defend myself, but if it's not like something that I thought you did wrong, I'm not going to be mad at you in one of our arguments. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah. Like it's just very rare that I feel like I'm mad at you, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. Yeah. That's why I don't think we argue much.
Right. No, we don't.
But because we're in such close quarters all the time, we do have disagreements.
Yeah, which are not arguments, right?
Yes. You're learning.
I'm learning, guys.
Because sometimes if we have like a disagreement like early in the week and like later in the week we have another disagreement, Tommy's like, oh, we just fought. Like we don't. Why are we fighting again? And I'm like, we're not fighting again. That's because we're having a disagreement doesn't mean like, oh, we fought so much this week because we haven't agreed on some things this week.
Right. That was like during our wedding planning phase.
Now we were.
I was convinced that we were fighting a lot, but you were, you know, telling me these are just disagreements. These don't have to be arguments, in which that was my head was doing.
I think the mindset of like, oh, we're arguing so much. Yeah. It's worse mentally.
For sure. I mean, it's definitely takes more of a toll on you.
The wedding planning period was tough. We weren't like struggling as a couple or anything, but I think that's probably the period where we had the most like frequent arguments, I would say.
There's just so many decisions to be made as a couple,
Mm-hmm.
and so many decisions that can differentiate an opinion.
Yeah. And like the closer it got to the wedding, the more like on edge like both of us were. And so it's kind of like I was easier to make mad.
Yeah.
And then if I got mad, then you'd get mad faster because like your patience was like lower and I don't know. It was just, I feel for any couple that's going through wedding planning right now.
Yeah. And it's okay. Like as long as you guys can figure out a solution, communicate through it, it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think we strive is our communication, because we can talk until the end of something. You know, we've never been the couple to like take space. Yes, we have done it a few times, but normally we're pretty good at, you know, we don't want to be mad at each other any longer than we are in an argument. So we're just like, let's figure out a solution.
I think we both have also figured out like you used to be like a person where you were like, you can just move on. You're like, we don't need to talk about it anymore. I can just move on. But I need like closure. I need an end. I need like whatever. I need to, because there were a few times like when we're like at the apartment where like I would get mad that I would like go sit downstairs in the lobby or like, I don't know. I think the longer you separate, it kind of just ruins your whole day because you're just prolonging that end conversation anyway. So I'm like, let's just talk about it now and just figure it out.
And that's when I realized like you're not going to come back together and everything's going to be all right, which is what I would hope for, because I'm able to let stuff go like that and completely like turn my mindset to a different emotion, essentially, if that makes sense. Or just turn it away from what it was. A lot easier, but
I
not
can't
for
do
Jess.
that. No, if I'm feeling like mad about something, I can't just like move on to like the next thing without like addressing what made me upset. Yeah.
And I think it does help too that we spend 24/7 together, so we actually have the time to discuss and figure out. You know, it's not like we wake up in the morning and if something was wrong in the morning and we got into a fight, we both have to like go separate ways for the entire day. So I think it does help that we spend our time together to have the time to find a solution.
For sure. I agree with that. Wow, this is really just like a couples therapy episode.
How mature of us.
Right?
Yeah. Couples therapy with our assholes. If you guys have any questions on what you have argued with about someone in the past, we would love to settle it.
Yeah. I feel strongly about my opinion on things. So I'll tell you if you're wrong or if you're right.
that you do.
All right. Let's see. Okay. I feel like this has already been kind of like a not a controversial episode. We've been like a little. Do we dare talk about Ariana Grande's new album?
I haven't really. How many songs are there?
It's like 12 or 13 maybe.
Have we listened to all of them?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes. I have. And you've listened to probably like 75% of it.
Okay. I think it's a pretty solid album. I like her voice. She has a great voice.
She's a great vocalist.
But she is facing a lot of public scrutiny.
Yeah.
Especially on the body shaming side of things, which is also tough. It depends on the delivery of it, because I understand her fans looking out for her, but then you don't want to deliver it in a way that's like diminishing her, you know? And that's what I think is it's coming across is like, I think people are almost like I said, shaming her for what she's doing, not realizing like, hey, you could kind of build her up and make her feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
In hoping that, you know, everything is okay on her side. We don't know what she's going through.
I know. It's a very like tricky situation because a lot of her fans are on the like side of like nobody should be bringing up how she looks at all. And I understand that 90% of like cases like that, I agree with that, because bringing up somebody's looks is usually not going to be beneficial to anything.
Right.
Like people like, to me, like, oh, like, I don't like her nose. I don't like her haircut. It's like, what is that even going to do? You know, it's like, it doesn't help anything. So I understand most cases, like it makes there's no point in bringing up what somebody looks like. But you also, for specific cases like this, like you can't ignore the fact that like people genuinely are concerned about her.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, like what happened to her? She looks so bad. It's people are actually like I hope she's doing okay.
Yeah.
And like people are, I feel I'm not like upset with Ariana at all. Cause obviously it's like she's going through something and whatever, if it is like an eating disorder or something along those lines, that's like something that she's mentally going through. I've been upset with how her team has handled it.
Yeah. Obviously she doesn't owe the public any reasoning for what she's going through. But I do think there is a lot of power in her voice, you know, opening up and being vulnerable on what she is going through and how she is struggling, because there are millions of people who are struggling the same way. So I don't like that it's like she's trying to be hush hush about it, you know, and being like, I'm gonna just like hunker down and not talk about
I think
anything.
People's issue is like her team said like she's never been healthier, like she's like I don't know, and they won't acknowledge the fact that like something could be going on. They're like like doubling down on like she's super healthy,
right?
When I feel like you don't get to the body type that she has now without there being some sort of other underlying like issue going on. You can't get to that look with like a generic healthy diet. It's not just like working out and eating healthy.
Yeah.
And if there is some sort of other issue, like if she is like sick with something, if she has some sort of other thing, I think it has gotten to the point maybe where that should be like
publicly
brought up, because the main concern is like her younger fans. Like a lot of moms on TikTok are like, I don't want my kids like watching her right now because I don't want them to be like her to be like who they strive to look like, because that's so reasonable and like normal for like a younger girl to be like, Ariana Grande is my favorite singer, I want to be just like her. But it's like you don't want your kid striving to do unhealthy things,
right? And that's another piece of it being in the spotlight, is understanding how you're going to be reciprocated from your audience. Like you gotta be able to know when to use your voice to even not come out and like defend yourself, but you know, some sort of
acknowledge what's going on.
Acknowledge what is going on. It's kind of like with me and my videos, I'm not going out there and advertising and trying to influence in others to just eat these crazy fast food videos and do this, you know, consume this 10,000 calories or something. Like I'm open about the fact that you do need to work out a crap ton if you're going to eat like this.
Yeah.
So just something like that, where it's like, I see like what is going on and needing an explanation behind it could definitely go a long way, especially for like you said, like a younger audience that is highly, you know, idolizing her.
And it's just tough that like the only statement her team has made is saying that like she's taking a step back because of all the public scrutiny, but she's like so healthy.
Yeah, that's.
But it's so tough. I honestly don't. I couldn't even say what the correct way for like the public to go about this, because like it needs to be brought up in some fact. Like people are actually concerned for her, and like somebody has to step in at some point to be like, you may not see it, but like you do need to get help. But also, when you're in a mindset that she might be in, when people like when like the world around you seems chaotic and people are coming at you, the way that people that struggle with that stuff like to take control is by what they eat. So all this talk could be making it even worse for her. Yeah, because she's like, that's the only thing that she can control, and that's like what a lot of eating disorder victim that's like, it stems from, like that's like what they can control. And when like their life is crazy, they can't get a grasp on a lot of things, but they can't control that, and so this could be making it 10 times worse for her. Oh,
I'm sure it is. It definitely is not easy coming from someone who gets body shamed heavily. It's not easy going through and reading stuff like that's being said about you, you know?
Well, it's tough when like a few years ago she was at a healthy weight, and when she was at healthy weight, people were saying like, oh, like she looks bigger, like why is she gaining weight? And now that she's lost weight, everyone's like, ew, why is she so skinny? Like why is she losing so much weight? And it's like she can't win in the public eye.
That sucks. Yeah.
And it's like It's really sad, and I just wish her team would have handled it better. But we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They could be really trying to help, and they could.
I mean, they could be trying to help her personally, but I do understand where you're coming from. Where publicly, your team should make some statement that, some more like professional statement.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like, she doesn't look healthy, and I don't mean to say that in any bad way, but you know what I mean.
Well, and people are comparing her to like Somber, saying like, oh, like, why is she an issue, but like how Somber looks isn't. I think it's different when your entire life you have been like super like skinny and like it's hard for you to gain weight versus like going from a healthy weight getting down to being that skinny.
I think when you're seeing
it's
the
a
change,
different
seeing the change definitely.
And I think Somber's talked about like he has a hard time gaining weight. He's tried. That's just like how people's body types are, but that's not what her natural body type is.
Right.
And that's what the difference is.
Yeah, I mean, seeing the change is where you can kind of, indicate that something is up.
It's a very tricky situation, though.
It is tricky, and, it sucks that she's one of the most famous people in the world.
I know,
like,
and I feel really bad that it seems like the release of that music video she put out, all this talk is like overshadowing like her release of an album that she probably was very excited about and proud about, and like no one's even talking about her music. They're talking about what she looks like, and she probably was so excited to put out that album. And it's just tough that.
Well, this online world has gotten more and more. I mean, I want to say the word brutal summarizes it, but that's not even what I'm going for. Almost like cyberbullying. The amount of cyberbullying out there is
everything's
insane.
like uncensored. Nobody tries to like be polite about and their like delivery of things.
No, and it's almost so much of it now where it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Like if I were to ever like post something online, which I don't think people have this mindset of. If you're posting something about like a celebrity online, if we ever use somebody's name in like a video or whatever, I'm going to assume that they're going to see the video. You don't want to talk about somebody as if they're just like some like mythical thing that you're just talking about the subject of something. Like you have to assume that they're going to be seeing a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And people don't post like that.
And I don't even know why exactly. I don't know why people don't think like that. I feel like people just don't think that.
Maybe they just think that like celebrities just like aren't gonna like they'll never see my post.
Right.
But it's like when millions of people are thinking the same exact thing, they're seeing a lot of it.
Yeah, you never know. You're giving it the chance for them to see it by putting it out there online.
It's like I think,
let alone actually commenting on one of their posts.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel really bad for her right now. I just wish her team would have handled it better. But then again, it's like I don't even know what the correct response to all this could have been.
Yeah,
it's a very unique situation that I feel like doesn't happen a whole bunch.
I would think that the best route would be for her to publicly, which she doesn't owe anyone any of this.
Mm-hmm.
This is just my opinion. Her publicly like being vulnerable with her fans, telling them what's going on or acknowledging like, hey guys, I do acknowledge this. I am, working to get better, but mentally I'm, not okay. I don't want to tell her what to do. It's her place, her life, her body, her choice. Like it's completely up to her, but it would be, nice knowing from like huge, what's it Ariana Grande's like fan base called? They have a name?
Arianators.
Arianators?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know if I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice from an Arianator knowing like, are you doing okay? Like they're genuinely concerned. Like, at least like do it for people who are genuinely concerned for you. Try to ignore all the other, haters out there.
Yeah.
But the Arianators.
Because she's in Chicago right now, and she like talked last night at the show, kind of just saying that like the break that she's taking isn't due to what's going on right now, and she had been planning like taking this like break for a long time. And she said that like the noise of what's going on hasn't like affected her negatively.
Interesting.
But I feel like it's just
I would have
there's like some sort of other statement that needs to be made at some point. And hopefully maybe when she's like taking a break and she feels comfortable enough, like maybe like when she's out of this mindset, because it's very hard when you're in the mindset of somebody, if it is in particular an eating disorder, it's really hard to admit while you're in it that's what you're going through, because you try to convince yourself mentally that's not what's going on.
It's true.
And it's like, maybe hopefully once whatever has passed that she feels comfortable talking about it. Because Taylor Swift had an eating disorder for a long time and she didn't talk about it. Because in 1989, she said, like, I would have defended it to anybody that asked me if I was, like, doing okay.
Right.
Like, you convince yourself that, like, what you're doing isn't an unhealthy thing.
Yeah.
But it does have, like, lifelong negative effects health-wise.
Yeah. So hopefully she either is doing okay or if not, gets, better soon.
I just hope she has somebody that's like on her team or like friends or family wise that is like actually looking out for her.
Because you never know, like somebody on her team could be like, no, like you need, because in her music video it said she needs to lose weight.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's crazy for her team to like approve that. It's almost like someone on her team is telling her to lose more weight.
Well, exactly. People are like just wondering like if her team's just like profiting off of this,
right?
Being like she's gonna be talked about a lot. Like,
it's sad.
I just hope that she has people on her side that do have her best interest in mind.
And you never know with some of those music labels.
Oh my gosh, they just want to make money off of you. They don't care how you're actually doing.
They're like, we need this album to do well.
Yeah, and she's being talked about probably more than she has in the past few years. I hope that it's not due to people encouraging unhealthy behavior.
Yeah, sad to think about, but also a realistic case scenario, as we've heard from other artists out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought the album was really good, though. I did enjoy the album.
I like some of the songs on there.
It was like almost like rock. Some of the songs were like, I don't know, they're like very heavy beats. I liked it. I thought it was a good album.
All right. I think it is time for Ask Hole Hotline.
Well, no, I want to talk about one more thing.
Okay.
Something that really annoys me online that I wrote down.
Yeah.
I hate on like TikTok when you get ads, but the ad is like so clearly just an AI video of like a girl. I get them all the time of like a girl standing in a dress, and I'm like, this is not a real person. And I always report the videos, but nothing ever ends up happening.
I actually don't get these.
I get them all the time, and it says like contains AI generated media, and I'm like, this is who? I think it's so.
I have something to add to this.
What's the word? I think it's so like scummy to try to sell a product that's not even being like portrayed on a person. This is a fake video
for a clothing brand. Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's all the videos I get.
Yeah, because then like, what is the actual product? Because the product isn't real; it was generated.
Well, they're trying to pass it off as if this is like an actual person. I'm like, this is not a person. I hate it. It makes me so mad.
I actually saw this video went viral of a girl influencer who partnered up with one of these clothing brands where all of their content is AI generated, and they said that they were scammed because they completed their deliverables for the company that they were asking for, like posts and advertisements for the brand, but then the brand ghosts them and never gets paid, and then the video blows up, but then everyone in the comments is like, honey, I'm sorry, but look at the brand. And you go to the brand's social media account and it's all like AI generated content, like all of the clothing pieces. And it was a clothing brand, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So I can picture what you're talking about, but people are like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get the money from this company. It's literally an AI company.
Yeah.
You don't even know who the real owner is. It's not even like it's a real brand. So it was just
hate that that's like allowed.
It's tough.
There shouldn't be no sort of AI like
advertisement for a specific, like for clothing especially.
Well, I've also been seeing a lot of pictures of like on like a restaurant's menu. It has like AI pictures of the food. I'm like, that's not what it looks like. How is that allowed? That's false advertising.
Yeah.
How is that allowed? I always report it and nothing ever ends up happening.
I mean, especially in the food world, everyone knows that in commercials, they say that like, oh, the mayo is actually like Elmer's glue. So
that's
the burger holds together. And
that's different though.
At least like it's actual product versus
it's real. It's not some made up thing on a
computer.
I don't like that at all. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
And one other random thing that I saw, I was watching a YouTube video and like an ad, like a commercial thing popped up. I don't even know what the premise of the thing was. This girl was like making some sort of like, it was like a company that she can like sell things on. I don't even know what it was. But it was like 20 seconds of the video goes by, and all of a sudden she's like, yeah, like I use this so that I can have my business of selling rat stickers. And it showed her, she just like only makes stickers of rats. I thought it was the most random like YouTube ad I'd ever seen.
That's the most random thing I've ever heard.
Good for this girl, but I was like, rat stickers? That was so random. It's really caught me off guard.
Gosh, you can get that for your friends. Rat sticker. That's a good gift.
If they like it.
If it's under $40.
Okay, let's move on.
We are moving on to Ask Cole Hotline. Got a couple stories submitted to us where we need to give some advice. Are you ready to give advice today?
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired.
All right. Okay. You good? Not going to throw up?
Nope.
Okay. I still get upset thinking about my wedding. My husband's sister lives overseas and told everyone months before the wedding that she couldn't make it. My husband was devastated, but we accepted it. Right after the ceremony, while we were taking photos, she suddenly... Oh, my goodness. Right after the ceremony, while we were taking photos, she suddenly showed up as a surprise. My husband completely broke down crying. Everyone started screaming, and honestly, it was a really sweet moment for about 5 minutes. Then it became the entire wedding. The photographer sent half... What am I doing? The photographer spent half our portrait time taking reunion photos. Guests kept lining up to talk to her instead of us, and during the reception, his parents even gave a speech about how amazing it was that she made it. By the end of the night, every social media post from our wedding was about the sister's surprise instead of us getting married. I later found out his parents knew she was coming a week in advance and planned the whole thing without telling me because they didn't want to ruin the surprise. My husband thinks it was one of the best moments of his life. I honestly do too. I just wish it hadn't happened at our wedding. Am I wrong for feeling like our day got stolen? Not wrong at all.
No, that's tough.
I'd say for the rest of that sister's life, you should show up and take away from her moment.
Like, oh, that's tough. It probably does happen.
That would make me so upset.
No, that's tough. I mean, like, the surprise isn't the issue. I think the sister should have been telling people, like, don't focus on me.
I mean, well, yeah, you don't. I mean, she probably wouldn't if she planned a surprise on the wedding day. She should have showed up like at the rehearsal dinner the day before or something, or the rehearsal.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
There should have been somebody on that family that was like...
Sorry, but the bride deserves every ounce of attention on her wedding day.
Yeah. No, I would be really annoyed too. That's so tough though, because people were like so excited about it.
Yeah.
So how are you like...
Yeah,
but it's my day.
You're gonna be the one, but it's like
you're gonna sound like rude. Yeah, self-centered if you're like complaining about it, but it's like
in reality that sister's self-centered.
A little. That's tough. No, I don't think you're in the wrong at all for being annoyed about that. I'd be annoyed too.
That sister-in-law be damned.
Sister-in-laws.
That's crazy.
Like they're an issue sometimes.
Yeah, you don't have any. I do. I got 2 of them.
Are they an issue?
2, yeah, major issues. Okay.
I'm telling when we said that.
All right. On to the next one. That first one's pretty simple. That sister-in-law, we hate her.
Okay, we don't hate her.
Let's go on to this next one. This happened 3 weeks ago, and I don't know if I should be mad, but my boyfriend invited me to his company's holiday party because everyone had been wanting to meet me. We get there and people keep coming up to me saying things like, wow, you're prettier than we expected, or you're actually really nice. I thought it was a weird compliment until one of the coworkers asked me if I was still mad about the conference incident. I had absolutely no clue what he was talking about. Turns out for almost a year, my boyfriend had been telling ridiculous made-up stories about me at work because he thought it was funny. Apparently, his coworkers believed I once screamed at a hotel manager because they forgot extra towels, made him leave a restaurant because the water tasted weird, and refused to fly economy because I only do first class. None of it was true. He admitted he started making up fake stories because the guy at work always exaggerated things about his wife, and somehow it became an office joke and got completely out of hand. The problem is, nobody told me until I met them in person So now half the office thinks I'm some spoiled nightmare, even though they've never actually met me before. He keeps saying they know I'm joking now, but honestly, I'm embarrassed to ever show up around his coworkers again. Is this something to laugh off or a huge red flag?
Break up with him.
Why would he portray his own girlfriend like that?
There's nothing funny about like trash talking the person you're with when they're not around.
Yeah, what?
Regardless of if he thinks he's joking or not. If any of your friends ever told me that you were just saying outright lies that would make me look horrible,
Yeah.
tell stories that make me look good.
Right.
Make up something else that's crazy. It doesn't make me look horrible. No, break up with him.
Then his reasoning that like his coworker would just get a lot of attention from it, and it became like a fun inside joke in the office. What?
Loser. Sorry. No, that actually makes me so mad. If I was that girl, I'd be so mad.
Oh yeah.
I'd be so mad.
You're like, dude, you just framed me as this horrible person.
No, it's horrible. What's funny about that?
Nothing.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck. I don't know what the heck that's.
Actually break up with him.
No,
That's horrible.
Seriously. That's a criminal offense.
If you can't trust that the person you're with is going to speak highly of you when you're not around,
yeah,
much less like make up horrible fake stories about you,
and multiple of them
for a year, no. Yeah. He's dead to me. That's horrible.
Well, today's advice was pretty straightforward, straight to it.
He's dead to you.
Yep.
Break up with him.
So was that sister-in-law.
She wasn't as bad. That was a different thing.
But we hope you guys enjoyed listening our ask holes. We love you guys. What do you have to say to sign it off?
Bye-bye.
Toodles.